Welcome. We are Forgotten Legends of Sound, and it is my pick today. I got my comfort pillow, got my two buddies, and we got some Septicflesh communion.
Ooh.
I do feel like this is kind of more Kevin's pick because he showed this to me like 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, it's my pick today.
Yeah.
But
it's our pick.
It's our
yours.
pick. Yeah. But I do feel like this was definitely like one of those important like death metal albums I heard, because before that I would just do a lot of like traditional death metal, death grind, death thrash, just any other almost subgenre you put in front of death as long as it wasn't soft sounding. Yeah, whatever. Let's keep that. Okay, but yeah, I feel like it kind of opened me up more to like some clean singing in death metal, some of the orchestra parts. I think it kind of was like a gateway into a little bit more of that kind of stuff. Because even like, I didn't listen to a lot of melodic death metal, and that's been growing on me a lot. Just a lot more different types of death metal have been growing on me, and I think these guys were definitely a big part of that. It's got all the stuff I like. I hope everybody enjoys it, and this is my pick.
Do you think these guys are like underrated or
Actually, yeah, because I don't hear a lot of people talk about these guys.
Yeah, I feel like they're a bit of a niche band or whatever. Like the people that like them like really love them and everything. But I do think that like definitely I felt like they were pretty underrated with like their 90s and early 2000s stuff. And heck, even when they came back, this is their kind of comeback album because they broke up, but then they came back together for this album. And I feel like in the last 10 years, I have seen a lot more people excited for Septicflesh. So I don't know if I'd call them like underrated or not. I feel like they're kind of, but they're a bit niche, cultish kind of band.
Do you feel like in the last? In the last like 5 years or so, they're starting to kind of get their due?
I feel like yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I was watching a live performance and they had like real orchestra playing and everything, and I was like, dang, there's parts of the world that like they're well respected and people really do like them. Yeah. But I feel like they've really gotten a lot more interest and buzz in the past like 10 years. Because I think like Communion and the Great Mass, it was kind of ramping up. But then, yeah, I don't know, the past 10 years, I feel like they've gotten a little bit more of their due. I mean, if someone were to tell me that, like, oh, they're underrated, I'd agree with them still. But, like, they're definitely, like, a lot bigger than I thought back when I first got into them. Because I got into them around 2008, 2009-ish or so, when, like, this album was, like, brand new. And it's funny because it was the Sangreal song that got me into them. I was like, huh, this is interesting. This is kind of weird, but I kind of like it, you know? And I think for me, the orchestral parts really like won me over, and I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool, you know? So anyways, I'm excited that you're picking this album. I do think it's a great album. And so, yeah, we'll see where the journey takes us, you know, but yeah. What are your thoughts, Ian, on this album?
Well,
this is mine and Chad's pick.
Yeah. Me and Stinky Flesh go way back. No, I like Septicflesh. Kevin and Chad are probably going to give it some high ratings. I might give it a little measured, a little accurate ratings. No, I think they're a good band. They're definitely talented. I've only gone through like, I don't know, a few of their albums, This one and Great Mass are the two that I've listened to more. And I like them, but I don't love them. I think they're a great band. But anyways, that's a caveat for like, the reason why I'm just like setting your guys' expectations that I won't love it as much as you guys will.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, it's fun to do it though, because it's like, it's pretty energetic music. It's pretty, some of the orchestral stuff and some of the spooky kind of stuff added in is kind of cool, Yeah.
I will say, like, musically, I don't feel like Septicflesh is like super in your face. But at times, exactly. They're very like a moments band, because they'll have like something more brooding, something whatever, and then they'll like, jump into something. And so I feel like it's not just...
It plays with its prey before it...
Yeah. It's not just
Dead Rabbit.
It's just not in your face like
just that
all
constant
the time.
Like assault on your senses,
exactly.
like some death and some grind, and
right. But it is like, I think some people can get kind of annoyed with the way they do the orchestral stuff. Like it can get a little derivative, especially if you listen to more Septicflesh albums. Like I have a harder time getting into some of the newer albums. Maybe I'll give it a chance someday, but then I'm just like, I like some of these albums more, you know, so I don't know. But
one thing they do have is they do have a pretty aggressive sound, like in the drums and stuff, you know?
Right.
And what's funny is back in the day, 20 years ago, when I heard stuff like Dimmu Borgir, you know, I heard that kind of like piston sounding drums, and I was kind of like, there comes a point where I was like, oh man, this sounds like very like aggressive, and the production sounds so heavy and stuff, but then it kind of like was a turnoff for me, you know? Right. And yeah, I'm sorry, guys. But like Septicflesh, Septicflesh sometimes reminds me of that sound. But in recent times,
you like Dimmu Borgir.
Yeah, I do, but I don't know. There's a certain sense of like when music is super extreme that it doesn't really captivate me as much anymore.
Sure,
I know some metal people, the more extreme it gets, the more they're like, yeah, this is sick. And,
I do agree with you to a certain extent. Like once you've heard so much, like, yeah, dude, like freaking 25 years of listening to extreme metal, or 20 years, somewhere around there. Yeah. It can kind of get a little bland, I guess, and it's definitely like not as impactful as it was when I was younger, but
yeah, I guess the thing is sometimes extreme music for me, it becomes so like loud and so heavy and so like chaotic and whatnot that it starts to become a little numbing to me a little bit, you know? I'm not saying that that's what these guys do, but there's an element of it. And that was something that was kind of a hurdle that I had to get over. Like I think only in the last like 5 years did, like, even listening to stuff like Anal Math Racker,
you're listening to freaking Napalm
like,
Death.
Yeah, like there was this hurdle that I needed to get over. Yeah, and I don't know why I had that, but I had that from high school till probably to my late 20s or something, you know. Yeah. So
and you both were into like extreme metal, but I guess more the melodic death metal route. But
yeah. That's the thing. Ian and I were a bit of an oddity when it comes to getting into certain bands. Like, we'll be like, yeah, not really into like black metal, but then we're just like, oh, Psy is so great and everything. Like, it's like we get into like, there's like one off
roundabout
way. It's like they have to do something kind of special for you guys to be like, okay, we'll latch onto it.
And even for me, like, I'm not like into every single operatic symphonic death metal band, you know what I mean? But these guys work for me, and then like I'll check out other ones, and then I'm like, it just doesn't quite hit for me. Like there's one that was getting really big in the last 5 years. I can't remember their name. I think they were from Italy though. Man, Italy, a lot of blast beats, and anyways, I might think of it later, but anyways, it doesn't matter. All I know is that like this is a great album, and I do think these guys are a bit better than other similar bands.
And stuff. And are you thinking like Godflesh, Apocalypse?
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, I was like Omega, Apocalypse, something. You know, I couldn't remember, but I just for some people they really dig it. You know, and that's cool. But anyways,
I think in high school I felt like the production reached to a point where it didn't really sound like human anymore as far as music goes. Right. Whereas like some of the older like death metal stuff, or even melodic death metal, it still sounded like they were playing their stuff. Right. But then it's almost like the production in the early 2000s or something got so intense that I was kind of just like just throw on the drum machine and just freaking bash away. And it almost seemed like people were getting excited because it was so like heavy and brutal. But to me, I was kind of like, this is just my opinion back then, you know, I was kind of just like, man, like the musicianship is like not any like better or whatever than like some of the, I sound like I'm a 50-year-old guy being like, Nico McBrain, man, you know, and he was playing he was actually doing the bass with one foot on flying Icarus, man.
Where Eagles dare.
Where Eagles dare, and you know, it's just, I don't know. Yeah. But it was just like something that I had to get accustomed to. And these guys for sure, I had to, because, I mean, I liked them, but I like them more now than when you first showed them to me.
Yeah.
When you first showed them to me, I was kind of just like, oh, okay. Like,
right. But I feel like I didn't,
gay. Like,
I feel like I didn't like play it to death around you. I did push it a bit, but I don't feel like I like...
Yeah, you didn't Asiatis beer in.
Seriously, like, oh my goodness. Yeah, you played that album so much around me. Holy crap.
Yeah, but, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. But I guess let's start jumping into, you know, the album, and we are going to give like our ratings between like a 1 through 10 for each song, and then by the end of it we will say like what the album gets and everything. But yeah, these guys are from Greece. I do think they're pretty awesome. And yeah, Chad, I'm glad you picked this album. I'll try and pick some albums too that you're gonna really dig and stuff. And so yeah, it should be fun. So. Yeah.
Are you guys ready for track 1, Lovecraft's Death?
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's jump in.
Here we go.
See, this outro reminds me of like a Psy outro. And then you just got someone coming in. yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Man, all those freaking Lovecraftian references, dude.
Yeah, there was a ton of
Holy
them.
crap.
It was very Lovecrafty.
Very
Yeah.
Lovecraftian.
Lovecraft's Death.
Yeah.
All right, Chad. I guess you get to go first.
Dude.
It's your jam, man.
Man, fudging 10, dude. Yeah. That's just such an awesome opener. Like, just like, I don't know, I feel like it's like, okay, yeah, this is what we're getting into, boys.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the double bass part and then just having the slower kind of stuff behind it. And
Yeah.
it was, I don't know, man, just, I love the atmosphere. No, but like man, like when I first heard this, I was kind of blown away. I just remember being like, dude, and then playing it and it sounded all spooky, and I just I don't know why, but I know like Dave Mustaine always talks about the evil triad riff or whatever, or evil sounding
tritone, all that.
Glad you guys are here. People will be like, what the fudge is this guy talking about? But like I don't know, dude. Like I have this weird like. It's just, it interests me more when things just sound a little darker,
brutal and
I don't know. That really just
evil.
You could say evil. You could. It's just fudging awesome, dude. I'm giving that a 10. Maybe a 9.5, but right now it's a 10. I'm sticking with 10.
Yeah.
All right, Ian.
All right. Don't know. I'm sorry, guys. My hands are sweaty.
I'm just gonna be happy if Ian gives stuff
don't
like a 9. I'm just gonna be happy if Ian gets a 9 or above.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 7.5.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, I think it's a great song, but there's almost like so much empty space in the song for me. Like it during the talking part and stuff, it's just kind of with just a fast. I don't know. It doesn't really get me going as much. I do think the guy's vocals are really good. Like he's got a really brutal. Like his vocals are awesome, but I don't know. Part of me like wants like more guitar. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like I feel like it's just the guitar is kind of simple from what I remember from this album. It's not usually not the standout feature. Usually it's like probably his vocals, the drums, and the orchestral bits. Those are probably usually more the standouts.
And that's weird because usually like. I'm guitar heavy on stuff. Like usually I'm like all about riffs and crap. But
but this song was still heavy, even though there is still a lack of guitar. I guess they're just going for a different kind of heaviness. I don't know. It still was good, and I do like that whole like it's like part of the chorus or whatever the how it's like softer at first and then it like kind of busts out. Like that's pretty good progression, and then it's like kind of coming. Great song. I enjoy it. Obviously, like our ratings are, like 1 through freaking 10 is like 5 is like average. So this is still a great song.
Yeah, it's still really high.
It's still
pretty good.
Still
kind of thing.
good. Like, it's still good. But
pretty great.
Pretty
great.
But I don't have like this personal affection like for the music and stuff. I'm not like, oh man, this is But I know you guys do, and that's why we're doing this.
And we're
like it's
I'm gonna give this one a 9.5. This is an early song that I got into from this band. This one, as well as Sangreal and like We the Gods, like those were some of the early songs that got me into this band. I think my only gripe with this is I do want a little bit more change ups and everything, but honestly, I would have enjoyed this song to be like 7 or 8 minutes long. Because I feel like a bit
and stuff.
And if there were maybe a guitar solo, maybe some more happening, because I like that they introduce all the different works of H.P. Lovecraft, but it just feels a bit like name dropping. Like,
music of
There's exactly. Here's
but if they were able to to do a section and then now the music of Eric Zion begins, and then do just kind of make a little bit more
like a epic.
Yeah, and I would have been totally happy with this song being, because then I feel like with the last lyrics of we know that minds like yours will never rest in peace, it would have so much more impact if it was a longer song and it got into more stuff, and then I'd be like, never rest in peace. But I still think it's a fantastic song. It's got some great transitions. I like the way it begins. It just, there are some tonal things with the guitar that provides atmosphere and that spooky, whatever. And then it goes, but they are kind of a rhythmic band. But anyways, that's so I don't view this song as a masterpiece. But man,
it's pretty close.
I like the lyrics and I like what they're going for. I just wanted more. So anyways.
You guys ready for Anubis?
Yeah, let's do it.
There we go.
Yeah, he's a great vocalist. All right, Ian. All right, Ian.
Yeah, what do we got? Ian?
Yeah, you get to go. Woo! Let's see what you got to say.
Oh, well, you know.
Let's see what he complains about now.
Yeah, I mean,
You do
one
like
was
that one
just-
more than one, though, don't you?
No, I
Really?
like one more. Yeah,
Oh.
I like one more.
I thought because this one's more the single, more straightforward.
Yeah, I feel like this one. Well, this one has that melodic kind of guitar lead and stuff, and then it has the clean vocals. But the clean vocals don't really do a whole lot for me, you know. And it's more like the melodies. The melodies of the clean vocals usually are just like saying real, so real. Like I don't know. It just.
Yo, we're not talking about that song.
Yeah,
we're talking about the new ones, man. Like,
But it's
Ian's
like
already
the.
jumping ahead of himself.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, what am I gonna say about this?
yeah,
one?
I don't
But
like
like-
this song because of what they did in that other song.
No,
No,
but
no,
like,
no,
like,
I understand.
like his clean vocal melodies don't do as much for me. Whereas
I
I kind of
understand.
think the heavier songs might be more of what I like. Even though I started off this video being like, well,
you
like the
say-
hard production and whatever. But like I was trying to explain, like
Yeah.
it took a while for me to like appreciate heavier kinds of music.
Sure.
Like I don't know. But anyways, I think I give that one a 6. It's good, but it doesn't do a whole lot for me. Again, his vocals are good, but. Yeah, it's a good song, but doesn't really captivate me that much.
All right, so now mine and Chad's turn. I'm going to give that one a 9.5. I think that one has an awesome just rhythm section, and like the lower ends of things is just phenomenal on this song. I like the orchestrations, the bass guy. I feel like the bass guy really gets to do his thing.
Came in
this
the
one.
beginning over that and have the guitar over the top of it. It's like,
I like the lyrics. I like I think there's maybe a couple of transitional moments that are a little bit whatever for me, but like, man, his vocals are so good. And I like that last, so you've got the clean vocals, and then he comes in and says, you know, that's for what I am. Like that whole section there is like one of my favorites. And then we go back in Anubis after he does his dialogue. I'm just like, yeah, I just feel like the vocalist like really gives it his all. Like he plays the bass and he sings and stuff. But man, I feel like he really like gives it his all.
and on certain words, dude, he emphasizes them and changes it up, and dude, he sounds brutal as freaking crap.
Yes,
Yeah.
Seth, Ciro, Anton. So yeah, I just feel like, man, he just did a really good job with this one. But I like it for different reasons from track one.
Yeah.
But anyways,
But
I don't
about
think
the
it's a
same.
masterpiece, but I think this is a solid song. So yeah.
What do you give it, Chad?
I'm gonna after that all kind of said. I think I'm gonna go with a 9 on that one. I think it's really good, but it didn't. Man.
Gotta push up his 6 on it.
I might be like
6, man.
it might deserve a 9.5. I'll stick with a 9. A 9's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't have too much more to say, but yeah, I'm ready to move on.
Yeah. You guys ready
I do
for
feel like
Communion?
track 2 is a little bit more of a safe song, whereas track 1 is like much more
More adventurous.
adventurous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I agree with that. I agree with that. See, I'm one of those guys. I love you. Yeah. Okay, you guys ready for communion?
bears love honey.
I'm one of you. I am one of you.
Freaking heavyweights, man.
Yeah. I love you.
What kind of name is that?
Lars?
I come from Daddy.
Far away. Now, let us play a fun game of honey each other's names. Yeah.
Anyways, you're welcome.
Yeah. That's that, man. I like movies like that.
Heavyweights is
The
dope.
90s movies like Heavyweights and Cool
Yeah,
Runnings and
dude.
stuff. Like, those are awesome. You guys ready for communion?
Yeah. Let's do it.
It's almost like this style of Septicflesh I kind of like more for when they try to go melodic and just singing. I don't know.
Too trendy, huh?
Yeah, it's a little trendy. A little too poppy. But I don't know.
I don't know, dude, because you caught me. You're like, I just saw the guy.
Sorry, that was just funny though. Severed head of a king. Ooh, snap. It was just such a funny timing, you know?
Oh yeah, because I was just like, oh, man, and like you just like look out of the corner of your eye. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah. Because it was like while the song was going on, I see you and you're just like, oh yeah. like super into it, you know?
Like, dude,
and it was just really funny.
Love that song,
yeah,
man.
no, it's cool. It's cool. It was just funny timing.
Oh man.
I think you go first, Kevin.
Yeah. So I actually really like the lyrics on this one.
Dude,
you know?
they're kind of freaky.
I liked them, and
Yeah,
but
go up a bit.
so this song I generally put around an 8.
Keep going up.
But like I don't know, man. Like I was really digging the lyrics and some of the reasons why they were going into things. And when he says like watching and then go back into the community thing, I was like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say my score yet. Like I'm curious, like what you guys say, and then it'll probably be somewhere between an 8 and a 9, somewhere in that range. But yeah, what do you think, Chad?
Dude, a freaking 10. A 10.
Oh, because of
just,
communion?
no, dude, just
It's
like
communion.
like the first time I heard this song, I was like, whoa. Like just the orchestra parts and like just like
the choirs.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, it just I never like felt like those things would fit, and I was just like, man. And plus, man, I think no, I'm not gonna share that story. But yeah, dude, and reading the lyrics, I was just like, dude, there's some spooky stuff going on, folks.
Yeah,
some spooky
freaking
stuff.
watching and
watching, playing with minds and crap, laughing as they play with minds. Communion. And I'm just like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not articulating myself like I'd like to, but dude, it's a 10. Like I love that song.
Yeah, I think that one's really good too. I'm not sure what I'm gonna rate it yet either.
You're waiting for me.
No, I think it is great. I wonder if I like it about the same as number one, because I feel like they go for it, and I like the like heavy, like epic, evil, brutal, like apocalyptic vibe they're going for. You know, like I think it sounds pretty cool. But at the same time, I don't know.
I felt like
it all hinges on that chorus for me. I think the chorus is fantastic.
Yeah.
But
I think, well, for me, I just wanted something a little more. I feel like similar to track 1, I wanted more.
Yeah.
But that thought came into my head early on in the song. And then when they did the whole like quiet section and then the watching and then going into it, I was like, okay, they kind of did something that I was thinking, like, I don't want them to just start going, and then just like have it not mean anything. You know, I want it to mean something. So they gave me that. Like, and they did when that last bit, and I was like, cool, that's great. You know, like, so I just want like more impact. And I feel a bit like this band, like, I feel like you could do more instead of just cutting it down to 3 to 4 minute songs. I feel like some of these songs I'd be okay with them experimenting, doing a little more, and creating more of a picture, you know, because like what they have so far has been awesome. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I really enjoyed it this time around. I think sometimes I just
it's lower. Like if you're just
it's lower if I'm just
like
listening to it.
You're just kind of like, oh, it's tired.
It's just
still good
because it's a little repetitive for me. You know, just
it is a little repetitive.
But in the context with the lyrics and everything, I was like, wow, I kind of like that repetitiveness. I'm like, I thought they did a great job though. You know, I thought they did a great job. So
yeah, I feel like in the moment I was really enjoying it. but at the same
But now when
time,
you're starting to think about it,
now I'm
oh,
starting,
maybe.
I'm starting to, I don't know. Maybe I like one a little bit more. I
Okay.
might give
I do
this
like
one a
one.
7, I think.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's all in that sort of like orchestral bit with the choir and the chorus. That part is really cool.
I'm not budgeting
But
10.
yeah.
And this is like your jam. This is like your favorite on the album.
That's my
So.
favorite song.
Oh, it is your favorite? Oh,
Yeah.
That's
because
cool.
this is a song Chad always brings up when he talks about the
Yeah, dude, I
album
just,
stuff.
it's like the
Yeah.
first time hearing this, I was just like, oh,
You're just
Yeah.
like, dang.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Dang, I'm giving some pretty high scores, but I'm really enjoying it. So, anyways,
Yeah,
10,
what are you gonna
9,
do?
10.
Yeah,
let's
you guys
move
ready
on.
for Babel's Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love this one, man.
This is the one where the drums just start. Here we go.
I don't know, it's like kind of like,
Actually, you know, I don't mind this section, but it's also it lasts too long. You know?
Well, this is kind of like the bit of like that part in Painted Fresco where that drumming bit where you sustain it because the rest of the song is so good. This section is so good. Yeah. Yeah, these are so amazing. This is the part where you just randomly just just dance the whole time. Like, oh, okay.
Ooh, great guitar solo.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Woo!
yeah, whoa.
Yeah, dude. I feel like this song for me is what communion is for you.
For me,
You know what I
okay,
mean? Like this
okay,
one for me is that like, oh yeah.
It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
You just but this you get to go first, Chad.
This one's cool, guys.
Ian's just like, yeah,
I love
guys.
it.
I'm
Whoa.
like,
Yeah.
hello, fellow
Hello,
metalheads. You're just like, oh, it's so freaking awesome that Ian's like, oh yeah, metal. Oh man, it's
is it like this?
pretty metal. Oh man.
Oh man, it's okay. There's few times where it's you two versus me on opinions.
yeah.
So
this is one.
this is one that like I gotta take it, you know.
Right.
But I do agree that song is actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
The off drumming parts, like it's not like they bother me or anything.
They just kind of bug you.
Oh man, and then just dude, like his vocals in it are sick. I love that emotive little solo towards like the end.
Yeah.
Man, 9.5, dude. That's a sick song, man. It has all the things that I want out of this band. I feel like.
Sorry, I'm thinking of the song.
but
Sorry, I should be thinking of you.
9.5.
9.5. Yeah. It is pretty cool.
Yeah, dude. Freaking awesome. All right, yeah,
he's all going ham.
Yeah, dude.
That's a great freaking song.
Freaking
I mean,
love
yeah,
Devil's Gate,
the whole
yeah.
like. It's just. What are you gonna do? Like, I don't know. That part is a little whatever. But dude, that fudging build up to that whole like as it gets crazier and crazier, man, that's so freaking good.
Yeah.
Like.
All want power, now all divided.
All divided. Babel's Gate.
Freak, dude.
Nothing safe.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I know you're giving it a 10 for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 10, dude.
I give it 9.5. That's a great
dude.
freaking song.
Wow.
That's a cool one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love Babel's Gate, and it's the most technical I feel like on the album, because they've got this 7/8 thing going, but it just it comes around so good because when you're slipping that eighth note there, I think it helps the music
epic
sound more fervent, when it's just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, like it's just so fudging good, man. Like, do you build and with the great solo, cool. And it's funny because like, I get lost also with that little instrumental section and everything. Yeah. Like I could catch the first bit and everything, but then it trails off, and then there's like. Like I do get lost a bit,
horror horn,
but like, man, I like the way this song ebbs and flows and just gets crazy again.
It's pretty cool, and it's pretty unique too.
Yeah.
Like, you guys ready to move on to We the Gods?
Yeah.
I gotta change that.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we the gods.
We the Gods. We the Gods. I guess we can. It's getting darker out there because it's raining, but that's okay. That is fine. Oh, so they're just doing some of this. I know.
Yeah. Little rim taps and stuff.
I hope you're cool that I was like pointing out the fucking like.
Dude, it's on there, so
Yeah.
it's like,
What are you gonna do?
yeah, dude, it's whatever.
I don't know. I like doing this with you guys because I like just being ourselves, just
Yeah.
joking around,
Yeah.
just like
Having a good time.
having a good time, and
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just really cool.
Dude, like on that communion song, like I forgot we were even freaking videotaping for a second.
yeah.
We're just like acting
it was
like an
pure
idiot.
aggression.
Yeah,
And just
Yeah, it's
But
funny.
that's what's kind of cool about it, though.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Just-
If I feel like if you're always cognizant about the camera being on, it will make
Like
you not
affect
enjoy
it.
it as much.
Yeah.
It's like we're just having a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Septicflesh, just bring in the, bring in the brutality. Is
Yeah,
it my turn?
yeah, it's your turn, man. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I think this
I
one
like
is a
this
little, a little bit weaker.
I like
You
this
know,
one a
it's
lot.
like,
Yeah.
we the gods, and it's like, there they are, and
I thought
you
that
know,
reading the lyrics, I was actually like, I was enjoying the lyrics like as the song
Yeah.
went. Like I was
Yeah.
like, wow, dude, that's actually like kind of making me like it a
Awesome.
little more.
yeah, the lyrics are pretty good. But the song is just a little bit kind of one-sided for me. I like it better than Anubis, but I like the other ones more than that one. I give it a 6.5.
Man, there's a part that I want to play, but like, maybe I will, but I'll just share my thoughts first. I'm going to give it a 9.5. This song for me is probably my favorite on the album in terms of what the drummer does. I
Oh.
really love the drums in this song.
This makes sense. It's a drum song.
It's a drum song. That's why I really love this song. Now, I do feel like the way it outros out and everything, Septicflesh really likes to do stuff like this, where they'll have a song and then the last minute or so will be something
Just
different,
a rhythmic
just to kind of
chugging.
yeah, or like an orchestral thing, just to kind of end it out and everything, you know. And sometimes I'm okay with it. Most of the time, I'm like okay with it, but I don't love it all the time.
It's like
the
they
way
ran out of ideas or something. And
I don't know. It's just I feel like
I'm trying to dig you guys.
I feel like
but
that's
no.
really what they wanted
Yeah.
to do. Like they wanted to
Yeah.
end it out with that more.
No, I'm just
you know,
jabbing.
and-
Like I
yeah.
don't really. I'm
But
just
I
jabbing
just-
it just to see if you guys were like,
See if we'll take the bait.
see if you guys would take the bait, but you guys didn't.
I guess like because I just it starts off so heavy and whatever, and then it ends so like kind of almost chill, somber or something.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe I don't know.
Wanted it to be heavy throughout or something. or-
Yeah, or maybe to go back to it. You know, maybe just say like, words are burning again and go back. That okay,
Yeah, you
but
know.
let me just play a section here because like, okay, so this song, I love the drums on it because to me, the drummer, in my head, it seems like it's like a cadence march or something where like
He's like,
where
Hitting the
where
high.
you've got like almost like a marching band where they're all just everyone's just and then the drummer, what he does, he's doing just these triplet kind of blast beats, triplet 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 on his snare, but his right hand is just going keeping everybody in sync
one,
and on so I just
1 and 4. Who knows?
I just
don't
think
know
it's
about that.
so freaking good. Like I'm gonna just fast forward to a part where it's so evident because like the vocalist will do the talking part and then it goes back into just the rocking out and listen to that like I just think it's so freaking good. Yeah, so this next part here is go back into it, but like I love that there's no vocals, nothing. Everyone is just kind of marching along to "We the Gods," and I'm just like, that is so freaking cool, man. You know, and the guitar just, you know, it's so freaking good, man. I like that song a lot. So, but I don't feel like it's perfect. Like I understand what you mean about it being a little one-noted, but man, I like "We the Gods."
What are you gonna do? What do you give it, Chad?
Oh man.
Not really one of your favorites.
No, I do like it, but I'm like, dude, is it up there with Anubis or is it up there with Babel's Gate? Probably a 9. I'm going dude, I think all my scores are gonna be high on this, dude. Like this is just, it was new when I listened to it. It hits a lot, but like it's weird because there aren't a lot of parts for the guitar to shine, but still just what they're going for and what they're doing, I really freaking enjoy it.
Yeah.
And like with the melodic singing real quick, do you think maybe, is it almost like a Cal Decapitation, like his kind of weird singing parts? Does it not sound like beautiful enough?
I kind of like the Cattle Decapitation parts, like the melodies for those. Yeah, I like that. You know, it's like got that streak or whatever. Like, I don't know, it sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, right? Like,
but this is more like Egyptian, the stars.
Okay, yeah, almost like nasally, almost like,
you know.
Okay.
I don't know. It just I don't know how to explain it.
I was just wondering, but yeah, okay. All right.
Sign of the triarchy. You know, I don't know. It just I don't know. It just doesn't click as much for me.
I can see that.
But I mean, like at the same time, I'm kind of glad it's there because it does add a little variety to the album. Yeah, it adds to the variety. But, you know, what are you going to do? It's just not my favorite clean vocals, you know?
Yeah, right,
I like kind of like that pop punk, you know? No, I'm joking. Are you guys ready for the next song, Sunlight Moonlight?
Next. Yeah.
Cool, here we go. Sunlight Moonlight.
This song is like the most like melodic death metal to me.
That intro sounds very melodic death metal-y.
Yeah.
It's like Insomnium or something, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I see what you mean. This one's pretty good. I actually kind of like Sunlight. I like that it's got a somber vibe, you know? This right here sounds like Dark Tranquility, you know? Like something off the Coma or something, you know? Yeah. This sounds like Arch Enemy or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know?
I'm telling you,
Yeah. No, I hear it now.
Yep. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna give that one a 9.5. I like this song a lot.
Sleeper hit.
I like how well. I mean, I've always enjoyed this song, but like,
Sleeper hit.
Yeah. but like, I feel like this song is much more of like the Gothenburg melodic death metal type stuff. You know, the rhythm sections. There's no blast beats or anything, and I like that the song just kind of ebbs and flows, and the lyrics are freaking good. You know,
think about it. It's been so long since I've even looked at the lyrics for this album.
Yeah,
I'm
me too.
I'm really digging a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's adding to the music. It's just adding to everything for me.
And I like how he's like whispering, you know.
Yeah, dude. Some of those are really good.
The clouds, you know, while the melodic is like,
it just comes in like that. And it's like, oh, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I like when he says like, you know, like he's like starting to float like a ghost and everything. And I'm just, it's just so cool, man. I think this freak, man. I mean, maybe it's a 10, but I'm going to give it a 9.5 for now. But I don't have any complaints for this, so maybe it is a 10. I don't know. I'll hear your guys' thoughts. Just had some good atmosphere.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, crap, man. I'm like, dude, fudge, I'm giving it a 10. I can give something a 10, man. And it's funny because this is almost a grower one because I always liked this one, but I think it's just been getting better and better for me over the years.
Yeah.
And just that like somber, like just sad feel throughout it. And
so it's a sleeper hit for you.
It's a sleeper hit, dude. Ian had it. Ian called that sleeper hit, dude. Yeah. I'm giving that one a 10, dude, I feel like it's a nice little like rest from the rest of the songs too. Like
I
don't know.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's like an out of body experience.
Yeah, dude.
No, I'm thinking like an 8.5. That one was probably my second favorite. I like a lot of that. Like there's parts that reminded me of Dark Tranquility, parts that sound like Insomnium. Like, you know, I thought it was a pretty good song. And yeah, I kind of like, I don't know if I would give it as high as like something like Babel's Gate though, because that one just really gets you pumped up.
Right.
But at the same time, that's not the purpose of this song. This one's not as hardcore.
I do feel like this one's more safe than like Babel's Gate. Babel's Gate is not a safe song.
And that one's a wild song.
That was a wild one. But this one, the transitions,
the plebs filter,
like the transitions and the way it gets quiet and builds up again. You know, it's a safe song. Not as ambitious, but it's so freaking good.
I think I'm going 8.5. It is a great song.
Yeah.
You guys ready for Persepolis?
9.5. I don't know if I can quite give that a 10.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted too because I feel like maybe it's just a little too safe of a song for me. Like, but
it's still really, really freaking good. But I don't know if it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready for Persepolis?
Yeah, let's do it. It's funny because I think like 3, 7, and 9 are probably my least favorites. Those 3 tracks, but
3, 7, 9.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. Persepolis. Sing Snopes, and they're all like, whoa, like rowing a boat or something.
Like some Ben-Hur.
Yeah, some Ben-Hur. This is like some Ben-Hur going on. Yeah.
Row or you'll die.
My name is Spartacus. You have no name, slave. You know? It's like, his vocals are just really good. Yeah. sounds like someone's being conquered. The good old days. When people had to hack and slash their way through life. It was so uncomplicated. Yeah. It was so simple. And then you just get a disease and then you die.
Yeah, or you get like a little cut in the infection.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it got infected, we gotta cut off that part.
Yeah.
Oh, that part got infected, we gotta cut off that part. We gotta cut off that part.
Dude, this totally sounds like a score from like a Ben-Hur movie.
Yeah.
The way the horns and stuff are going, like. I think this part's in there.
Yeah, I think this is identifying.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like another language.
Pretty sure, like, either the bass player or the guitar player, like, one of them went to college for, like, orchestras and live bands, so.
Pretty unusual.
Yeah. That's this guy. This section It does sound like that. All right, Chad, you're up, man.
Man, there's definitely stuff I do like in it. Man, like it feels a little long for me.
Yeah, me too.
May 3.
Yeah. Plus, I guess like I like what they're going for, but I don't know. I felt like it didn't.
A little bit boring.
Yeah, a little boring. Didn't connect with me as much as some of the other ones. Still really good though. Probably an 8 on that one for me. Probably my least favorite. But still good. But
Yeah.
man, is 8 too high, guys?
Yeah.
Maybe a 7. I'm gonna leave. Yeah.
What do you think, Ian?
It was pretty average, you know. I give it a 5. It was, I mean, I think the subject is kind of cool. Like, it's cool when bands talk about, like, history and conquering and all that stuff. Like, it's kind of cool. But, I mean, the whole, like, burn the city to the ground.
Like,
This
freaking 4
person.
minutes.
It's just, like, I don't know. It's just kind of boring. There's not a lot of melodies that stick out with it. I did think some of the Middle Eastern, like, orchestral melodies gave it a cool vibe.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, it's probably going to be my least favorite on the album.
It's probably.
I'm going to raise We the Gods to 7 because 6.5. I feel like that might be a little low.
Little
It was
too
kind of
low.
unfair to you guys.
Yeah,
Unfair.
yeah,
You know, like what was I
Like,
thinking?
think about us, Ian. Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna give a 6. I do like it above average, but not by much because I like what they're going for and when it starts and everything going in. But then like there's this moment at like somewhere around the 2-minute mark, whatever.
It loses
they
you.
they start
Yeah.
just doing other stuff, and it's
Yeah.
funny because like some of the other songs I was like, I want them to experiment.
And now
I
they
want
do
them
more,
I
and
want
now
them to
you're
go
like,
longer,
yeah.
and then they go long. Like this is like the longest song on the album, and then it's like I don't want them to.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
felt like just burn the city to the ground.
Dude, a
It just-
7.5.
yeah, I feel like it just this song
Yeah.
is lacking for me.
It's
Like
just
I
not as
lose
memorable.
interest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
And the longer it goes, the more I'm just thinking about, man, I want to listen to We the Gods.
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
You guys ready for some Sangreal?
Yeah, let's do it.
Spook Show.
7.
Don't do the spook
Ian,
show.
7.
Oh, 7 for the last one?
Because
Yeah,
I've
it
skipped
does.
that song before too. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is a little.
It's definitely the weakest.
I like this one. You gotta go to lyrics.
Oh.
All right.
Don't do the spook show. my turn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen,
A little bit of money has been invested in this song.
it's like every time we say that, we have to like say that.
We have to program.
Oh no, we messed it up.
Messed
Redo
it
the
up.
video.
Yeah.
That riff is really good. Every time I hear the beginning of it, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. But
And you know, some of the double bass is pretty cool.
Dude, that double bass is awesome. Man.
Yeah. But the song itself doesn't do as much for me. I'm giving it a 7. Yeah, it's the clean vocals. You know, I'm into that heavy shit. Brutal. I mean, you can just tell. I mean, it's just like, you know, some of this singing stuff is... No, I just... Sing. But I think it's a great song, and I can see why you guys would really like it. I get it. I think I get it. Like, I'd like to think that I know why you guys like this song so much, you know? But I give it a 7. I think it's a great song, but I think I like 1 and 4 and 6 more. Man, Communion, I'm going to jump that to a 7.5.
Yeah, fudging it.
That was rocking my socks.
Yeah,
Holy death.
Rocking your socks, huh?
Holy death, yeah.
But Sangirl gets a 7.
Same girl gets a 7, though.
Okay.
What are you going to do? What do you say, Kevin?
So it's between a 9.5 and a 10 for me. This is the song that got me into this band, so I am a little bit biased because I remember listening to it, and when it comes in with that humming and everything, I was just like, "Well, this is different. Like this is interesting." Sorry, and I almost like, man, I don't really have any complaints for this song. Similar to track 1, there are some things that maybe I wanted a little more. Like I would have been cool having a little bit more of that. Immortal.
That section was pretty cool.
You know, I like that.
They start picking
part.
it up. And
I like that section. Man, I like this song though, and it's just it's a good mid-tempo song. I like the drums, I like the guitars, but I wonder if like when it ends, instead of just like Sangreal repeating it, maybe I would have been cool if they added in like a
like the choir humming part or something.
that humming section.
Give it like a haunting ending.
A haunting ending. Yeah. You know, I feel like that might have been kind of cool to do it like that. You know, because I liked when they revisited it after the first like chorus or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going and then just I like that they revisited, but then it's
kind of forgotten.
I don't know, but then again, it might change the impact, and maybe other people likes the way it was. So I don't know. What do you think, Chad? Because I'm conflicted. I might give it a 9.5, but I don't know. I am biased.
Man, yeah. I feel like it's up there with Anubis for me. It's kind of has more of the clean vocals, and I really like him even like doing the clean vocals and then repeating it in like the death growls. I think that just sounds so sick.
Right.
And some of those double bass parts are just freaking awesome sounding, dude.
It's like 7.5 or
no. I'm debating whether a 9 or a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9. A 9.
Yeah, that's not the hardest thing because you've got like 4 strokes, you know.
Like I can't even repeat it with my mouth.
Like that's not easy to do, you know.
It just sounds cool.
Like some people will think it's just like triplets, like but it's not quite. It's 4. Yeah, exactly.
Is it triplets then, or
No,
is it
it's still 4.
Really? I just sing it like it's triplets. It sounds
Right. Most people I hear it and they're probably just thinking.
Yeah, it goes fast.
But it goes quick. It's just, yeah, so
it's in that fast. Yeah.
It's just that small window, so it's just there's 4 strokes there, so it's pretty quick. But then it's a cool rhythm, you know.
Paradiddle.
Yeah. Paradiddle.
Get your little
right, left, right, left, right.
little practice pad.
Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna give it?
Yeah.
9.
I'll give it a 9.5. I maybe I do like Bowels Gate more.
Yeah,
you know,
I do.
But I still like Sangreal a lot though.
You guys ready for Narcissus?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here goes. Mystical Places of Dawn.
This is also similar to track 6. Like this is a little bit more melodic death metal. I mean, this section here, it sounds.
Cyclops. All these Greek stories and stuff. Freaking was that like track 2 or something, or 1 on Great Mass, where it like all pauses and then out of nowhere this female voice is like, and then it like starts busting out again.
No, that's Magic Loves Infinity.
Oh,
that's
that's on
it
Sumerian
pauses,
Demons.
Then it goes back in it. Yeah, that's Sumerian Demons. Yeah,
Oh, I couldn't remember.
that's okay. Magic.
They're like,
Infinity.
jeez, man, Ian didn't even know that was Magic Loves Infinity.
didn't even know Magic Loves Infinity.
What are you gonna do?
No, it's all good.
Yeah, it's fine.
I guess I get to go
It's
first.
your turn, yeah.
I'm gonna give this one a 9. This one, like, I think I
The
might
lyrics added
like
more to it?
Yeah, I like the lyrics, and I like the echoing, like, the self-delusion of it all and everything. It's just kind of cool, you know? It's like old story. But my favorite part on this song is when that guitar lead comes in. And then the drums, like, just... it's not even really like no blast beats or anything. It's just
rocking out.
Yeah, it's a little more straightforward, but it's like maybe it's similar to track 6 where it feels just nice in the context of the album and everything to have a little,
just kind of have that little,
yeah, and to have a little bit of like that softer melodic metal type of stuff, you know, because it's just not heavy on the drums. It's just that kind of, it's a lighter feeling, lighter snare, lighter ride, just kind of like, you know. Yeah. Anyways, so I do like this song. I like the tonality. I think the rhythm guitars, like it's just another good like mid tempo, you know. So 9 for me.
What do you give it, Chad?
I've always liked that song. I do think it's a good closer. The lyrics definitely added more for me. Like, yeah, I thought there was a lot of cool things going on for it. Man. Ooh. It's, man, 8.5. Because I like We the Gods better, but I still like this one, so 8.5.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think, like, my least favorite is Persepolis. Then it's probably Communion. Then Narcissus. Probably for me. You know. Oh wow! Did we literally tie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Two peas in a pod.
Yeah, we literally tied.
All right, let's see if I tie with you guys. I think I give that one a 7.5. It is a good song, and the guitar lead stuff was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It started losing me a little bit by the end, but it still was a pretty solid song. I just need to add up the scores that I gave this album.
I'll do my closing thoughts, and then Ian, you do yours, and then Chad will close out the video. Yeah, once again, good pick, Chad. You know, I really enjoyed going through this. It's a pretty short album, but it is filled with a lot of interesting ideas. You know, I really do feel like this is kind of a special little album, you know. But I don't know if this is the kind of album that would get someone into it unless they're already into this type of stuff, either through the guttural death metal route or through the orchestral route. I guess that's one thing is they blend the two really well with the orchestral and the death metal and everything, you know. Yeah. And plus, like, I don't know, man, this vocalist might be like in my top 10 guttural vocalists. Like he's a really good like vocalist, you know. Yeah. Thought the drums did great. Guitars were rich, everything was great, you know.
Well, dude, because like I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of my closing thoughts. I don't have much more to add, but yeah, solid pick, Chad. So
I'll just do my thoughts and then I'll say the scores and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think it is a great album. There's a few things draw me back from absolutely loving it, but I still think it's really solid. I still think the musicianship is great. You know, the
did you
vocals are great. Everything is great, honey.
Seeing mine and Chad's like insights and everything, did it kind of help you like enjoy it more? I guess like us talking about you could kind of see why.
Are you exactly where you're at?
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'm where I'm at. Where I'm at. Yeah.
Like I guess like is there room for this album to grow for you? I guess maybe not. Like you've gotten everything.
You know, I feel like I've heard it enough to really know what it has to offer. Yeah. I don't think that it's one of those like, Ian, you just have to listen to it more things, you know. Right. I've heard this, I wouldn't say like 10 times, but maybe a little under than that. Under that. Like
I've
more than 5. More than 5, and you've played it like, you know, around me all the time. And no, but I still think it's a great album. It's just one of those albums that I'll never like fully like love everything about. Right. But at the same time, if I'm in the mood for some like kind of extreme, you know, symphonic death metal, it's like, here we go, you know? So every now and then I would put this on. But in a world where we are dominated by so many choices and stuff, there's always so many other choices that I would go to before I would go to Septicflesh. But with that being said, I don't want that to be like these dudes are great musicians and they are doing something that's really cool, even if it's not like doesn't cater directly to me, you know? Right. So and Babel's Gate, man.
Yeah.
What else needs to be said?
Babel's Gate is phenomenal. I like Babel's Gate.
So the scores that we gave it, I gave it the lowest score. I gave it a 7.27, and then Kevin and Chad were tied for the highest score. They both gave it a 9.05. So then the full score that we all gave this album is an 8.45.
Oh, yeah,
pretty good.
It seems good.
Respectable.
Yeah, respectable. Yeah. All right, what are your thoughts, Chad, on this album?
Yeah, there's a lot of other stuff that like I have on my mind that I want to pick and that I want to play and that I need to get. But Kevin just bringing this up, I did feel like it was an important album for me to kind of like get me into a little bit more of clean singing in my death metal, like other ideas and other things going on instead of just straight up freaking old school death metal, grindcore, and that kind of stuff. So I think this was a pretty important band for me to just kind of ease me along and like get me into other stuff too. And so, man, and this is like the only album I'm super familiar with these guys. So I'm not like a super fan or anything, but I feel like after going through this, I'm probably gonna check out some more. So
I would definitely like.
And I had a good time just freaking rocking out with you guys talking about it. Like it's just it's always fun, man.
Like you would probably like the Great Mass. Like
because I've heard it like a couple times, but I'm not as familiar with it as I am with this. I already know I like it, but I just don't know how much.
Yeah.
And
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, watching. Hopefully you guys give these guys a chance, and if you're already fans, then you know what's up. And we are Forgotten Legends of Sound, and thanks for listening, guys.
See ya.